What's going on, party people? Captain Zeus here, and I have a review for you guys for the Marvel Television Daredevil Born Again series, episodes 5 and 6. Now, for those of you that have not seen the episodes yet, spoiler warning up ahead, because I will be going into some details about it. And if you like these reviews, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. All right, I will say, I don't know why there has been so much conversation and debate over episode 5 being a filler episode. I don't think people realize what a filler episode is. A filler episode is just to fill in the void when you have literally nothing else to add to the story or to add in general, and you just need to put something out so that way the show is still going on. It's like non-canon features, etc. Episode 5 of Daredevil, yes, may not have been what a lot of people wanted in terms of, oh, this is the Daredevil birth. No, but it was extremely important to Daredevil's character and his rebirth to becoming Daredevil. The whole thing was he's trying to get a loan, trying to get some money for the firm, gets denied when the bank he's at is getting robbed by, if I'm not mistaken, the tracksuit gang. He basically is not only trying to make sure that everyone there is safe and stays okay, but is also trying to take down the robbers. And he's doing it not in the Daredevil mask, like he's doing this underneath the Matt Murdock persona, if you will, until the very end. And this is an important factor because although the whole episode just revolved around that, we did get to see a dope fight scene at the end between him and the Irishman who was portraying himself as a cop. In episode 6, this was another factor of as to why he went down the path that he went down, because in episode 6, Muse is basically the talk of the town. Everyone's heard about the serial killer who's we've seen here and there throughout the series so far, just at like little points in the episodes, and he's basically gotten to a point of it's hard to miss, especially when the sanitation crew is finding out that his murals are made of human blood and are extremely hard to get off. And throughout this episode, we see the parallels once again between Kingpin and Daredevil, Matt and Wilson, between them trying to stay their new selves, trying to be and stay in this lane that they've wanted to be in this whole time, but due to the circumstances in this moment, Muse, it's basically breaking the dam of them letting out the beast, letting out that other side of them, their darker half that they didn't want to let out. For Matt's side, it's a little bit more literal. For Wilson, he's kind of been just trickling down this path of going back to Kingpin, ever since he basically captured Adam. And maybe it's just me, I feel like throughout the episode we could have seen a little bit better build up between Matt's like breaking point to just going back to being Daredevil. At the same time, I also really liked him just saying F him and then just going into the Daredevil suit. It was like not a lot of contemplation, so I could see both sides of people wanting either or, and I liked this version. I would have liked the other one as well, but the Kingpin reversal, if you will, the rebirth of Kingpin was definitely, it's like so Netflix Daredevil style, with him just beating the absolute crap out of Adam. It was coinciding with Daredevil beating the crap out of Muse, which Muse is, I don't know what, his choreography was so good. That fight scene was just clean. Also loved the camera work in this episode as well, especially when it came to the Daredevil Muse fight and around Muse. Obviously the reason why Matt's going after Muse is because Hector's niece went to go investigate because she's like, oh, there's missing people, yada yada yada, and she's been captured by Muse, and so he goes to save her, which I think this will be a cool turning point for her to actually go down the vigilante route of becoming White Tiger. But speaking of vigilante, we also see that Kingpin's made his anti-vigilante task force, which I know everyone's been seeing the leaked images online for season 2 that's filming right now with the anti-vigilante task force and Daredevil suit. It's cool. At the same time, I hate leaks. I hate them. It's so annoying. But I think this is going to be very interesting because I don't recall how many episodes are left. I don't think we know concretely how many episodes we're going to be in this season, and it seems like we're getting close to the end of the first season, especially with season 2 being the anti-vigilante task force versus Daredevil, or Daredevil and crew, or Daredevil and defenders, just putting that out there. I think season 2 would be dope to bring in the OG Defender squad plus, really anyone else. Moon Knight would be cool. I don't think they're going to do that, to be honest, knowing Disney, but at the same time, who knows? I'm curious as to how this season is going to end. I feel like it's going to end with a Muse confrontation. Like Muse is like the big bad this season, and then Kingpin is going to basically put out the order saying vigilantes are outlawed, and that's going to end the season. I actually wouldn't mind, to be honest, considering how this season has been nothing but a hosh-posh of the original version of it, which was terrible. It had to get scrapped, and the new version, it's just been a lot of cuts and paste here. So I think it's been so well done this season. If we're going to rate the episodes, Episode 5, I would rate probably a 7 out of 10. I feel like there could have been more added to the episode, especially just with Matt. I was fine with it being centered around the bank. I was fine with it just being that. I just wish there was a little bit more. It seemed way too short. Episode 6, I would probably give an 8 out of 10, just for the fact of it's the rebirth that the show's been building up to. The reason why it's an 8 and not like a 9 or anything, or an 8.5, is because I feel like the buildup could have been done better in this episode. And heck, even in episode 5, they could have added more to the buildup to make it seem a lot smoother. I mean, I liked what we saw nevertheless. And honestly, I'm really excited. I'm glad that we got 2 episodes this week, because I know for a fact if we only had episode 5, so many people would be complaining. A lot of people just can't stand letting stories flow. A lot of people can't stand long-term storytelling. Everyone just wants all that action, everything in their face right off the get. Nobody wants any character development. Nobody wants anything to actually build, which is so annoying. And it's the reason why so many crappy things are still getting made, because it's injecting them with the dopamine that they wanted instead of actually giving good stories. And I like with Daredevil that we're getting good stories instead of just dopamine, which we're obviously getting. But I'm also interested as to when Frank Castle's going to come back. I'm interested as to how that story is going to play. I did do a little bit of reading about how Cold North is a huge vigilante hater and becomes like the head of the task force after Daredevil accidentally kills a low-level criminal. So I feel like if that story takes place in this season, that's going to really make things interesting and bring in Punisher, or maybe even Punisher does the killing, but they frame it to Daredevil. Either or, I think that'll be a great element in the show. But nevertheless, what did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Captain Zeus. I will catch you guys later. See you.